forecast with Chief Meteorologist Wade Hampton.
Good morning to you on this Friday. It is a very warm and muggy start to our day. Temperatures are even warmer than they were yesterday, mid-70s. And that's another reason why fog is not quite as prevalent this morning as it was yesterday morning across the area. We're at 76 degrees. Lake Charles, dew point of 72. But this is really the reason why fog is not as much of an issue. There's a pretty good breeze out of an easterly direction, 5 to nearly 10 miles per hour. Plus, there are clouds. Sometimes fog won't form as much when you have clouds around the area, but there's still time for fog to develop this morning. So still, I'd say give yourself an extra minute or two, especially if you have a longer distance commute. But again, there's no major problems this morning. Rain so far, not really seeing any of that either on the radar. You can see there are showers to the west of our area and to the north. So if you have travel plans, especially maybe you're in Vernon Parish, maybe you're headed north, you can see there are some showers across the central and northern portions of Toledo Bend. All of that activity is moving off to the northwest, though. Here's a look at Futurecast, which I will admit is not doing as good a job picking up on the rain that's going on now. But later this afternoon, it does insist that, one, clouds remain prevalent across the area, and that may keep us from getting as warm today as what these numbers show. I always try to give you the worst case scenario, or what the, in this case, warmest temperature could possibly be. But with the clouds, it may keep us more in the upper 70s to near 80-degree range as far as temperatures are concerned. But look at this. By the afternoon, a decent scattering of some showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms in the mix. So take that umbrella with you today. Even though it's not raining this morning, you may need it later this afternoon, especially as you're coming home from work or school. Now, let's talk about your Saturday, where things here are a little trickier. No doubt rain will be around, maybe even as early as first thing Saturday morning. You can see Futurecast showing this kind of broken line of showers that doesn't move a whole lot through the day. That's because this is a cold front that may stall. Where this front stalls will really dictate who sees rain and who does not see rain. Very similar to what happened earlier this week with a frontal boundary in place. It's one of those situations, no model, even the one I'm showing you, is never going to be perfect in its predictions as far as the placement of where this front stalls. So bottom line, plan on rain being possible at any point tomorrow, and keep an indoor alternative in mind if you're trying to do things outdoors. And you still maybe get lucky that it doesn't rain all day, depending on if that front will push on through or not. Quick look at the tropics. Hurricane Rafael to our south likely makes a northward turn and then maybe back to the south. And it's possible it continues northward, which I know sounds bad because that'd be in our direction, but it's going to run into increasing wind shear. So even if it does head north toward our coast, it doesn't change our forecast because it would shred this storm before it reaches the coast. So all in all, our weather issues for the weekend revolve around rain, which is more driven by this cold front that's incoming from the west than anything else. There will be another cold front next week, which brings even cooler weather to the area, because this first front that arrives Saturday into Sunday will not change our temperatures very much, maybe a slight drop in temperatures by early next week. But it's the end of next week which will be much more noticeable. But I can't stress enough, keep an umbrella handy, and as I always say, have an indoor alternative at the very least over the next couple of days.
Shoot, lately I've been keeping 2 umbrellas handy.